Have you ever wanted to photograph a busy landmark only to be frustrated by all those people in the way, or traffic, or some other distraction that's really destroying this amazing image you had in your head? But what if I told you there's a simple technique you could use to eliminate all those distractions, all those unwanted items, and create a serene, minimalist, fine art composition? Today, let's dive into the magic of long exposure photography, and I'll walk you through the essential steps to help you master this technique. Neutral density filters are essential for this technique. What they allow you to do is take a much longer exposure because they limit the amount of light getting into your lens. Now, I recommend you need at least a 10-stop ND filter. You may even have to go as far as 16 stops. What you're aiming for is an exposure time of typically 5 minutes, and that will pretty much eliminate most of your distractions, any people walking across your scene or any traffic passing through. The second thing you're going to need is a sturdy tripod, because camera shake will ruin your shot. The other thing you need to do is either set a self-timer on your camera or use a remote to release your shutter. And you can also turn off the image stabilization on your lens or camera, because micro vibrations can fool your camera when it's set up on a tripod and the image stabilization overcompensates. Calculating the right exposure time can seem a little daunting because you're faced with a formula like this one, but you can make your life very simple. I use an app called the Long Exposure Calculator, and all you have to do is put in your shutter speed without the filter applied, and then tell it what filter you're going to use, i.e. how many stops, and it'll calculate the exposure time for you. That means you can concentrate on being creative and leave the maths to an app to make it simple for you. Long exposure is really my favorite technique for doing this, but there are several other ways you could do it. You could remove the people in post-processing, you could combine images, make a composite image where you've eliminated the people, or you could just get up very early in the morning and hope that nobody else is there. You might get 1 or 2 people in there, but they might actually add to your composition. But the thing about long exposure is it brings a special quality to your photos. It brings a kind of mystical, serene, surreal feel to them that gives it that fine art style. And that's why I love long exposure photography so much. So grab your camera, get yourself of decent ND filters, set up your tripod and start experimenting. Why not leave some of your best shots on our Nifty 50 Photographers Facebook group so you can inspire others to try this technique as well. And if you're looking for more photography tips, don't forget you can download a free copy of my ebook, 50 Tips to help you improve your photography. I'll leave a link to that in the description.